Hey guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you that I have a Twitter account over at carthusdojo. Head over there, follow me, send a tweet at me, and I'll reply right away, and we can have a cool discussion about Dragon Ball. If you want to have a voice chat discussion, check out the Discord. The link's in the description. You get invited right away. As long as you behave yourself somewhat, you can stay around. Alright, now, video intro. Hello everyone, I'm Carthu and welcome back to the dojo. Today, we're going to be discussing my comment section. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than my usual video. Obviously, I've never done sort of a direct comment response, but I thought since there was a lot of traction on both the Goten and Trunks video as well as the Roshi video, I should just crack out OBS, open up Adobe Audition, and record some of my responses to comments. Obviously, some of these responses are already there, right? I am very active in my comment section, but sometimes people do have the same points, even though they have been previously answered in that comment section. I want to go through it point by point, and then at the end of this, I'm going to go over an overall theme, and I'll mention it when we get there, that I've been seeing in the comments that doesn't really make sense. So, let's go through it point by point. Obviously, the first one is a quick correction by me that I saw some people didn't actually see, even though it should be one of the top comments on the comment page. Yes, Bulma is wearing shorts. I didn't realize. I thought it was a skirt when I made it. I wasn't really looking at it while I was recording it, and it was something I was recording her part for anyway, off the cuff. I didn't have bullet points for her, so I do apologize for that mistake. Goten and Trunks play Fortnite, because why not meme? Then you scroll down. This is where we get to people who are starting to give, like, alternate opinions, I guess, on the topic, even though that's not what my video was meant to do. It wasn't, like, supposed to be an attack on anything. It was specifically about the Broly movie, if you watched it. But he says the real reason why Goten and Trunks aren't older, question mark? Probably Akira Toriyama doesn't know what they would look like, or doesn't want to redesign them. It's a lot easier to write for them as they are now. Older Gotenks, question mark? Also, because of money. Now, obviously, you can see my reply there, and my reply is 100% true. But I'll go more into that later, most of that reply. That's the topic I want to talk about, is the money thing, because I think it's an interesting topic. And I'll leave a timestamp, actually, at the beginning of this video, for those of you who probably saw the title of this video and want to go straight to why it doesn't make monetary sense for them to do this. It's right here on the screen, skip to that point. And it should have been on the screen already up to this point. But yeah, for the people who don't know, Goten and Trunks are designed older. I'll put a screenshot on the screen right now. This is them in the last chapter of original Dragon Ball. If you know anything about the Dragon Ball manga, the Dragon Ball manga stretches all the way from the search for the Dragon Balls to the Buu arc, right? That is what's called the Dragon Ball manga. There's no real separation between Ball and Z outside of North America. Because North America, when Viz sort of brought it over to us, they wanted to make it clear that this manga was about that part of the anime, and this manga was about that part of the anime, so they added the Z to the Z part. Which makes sense from a localization standpoint, I guess, but realistically they should have just kept it Dragon Ball, because that's what it is. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, this comment right here is by Dragonscale. Dragonscale is one of the most active members of the dojo. Obviously, you can see 106 likes. Even I liked it, because this is a full-on timeline of, Goten and Trunks. And he actually brings up a point that Goku in the start of OGDB was 12 years old. He looked the same but slightly taller when he was 15, when he fought Tien at the World Martial Arts Tournament. Then, when he was 18, he had growth spurt, so Saiyans grow differently than humans, which could explain Goten and Trunks still looking like kids. Now, this is a point a lot of people made, was that Goku looked like this, right? But that doesn't make sense, because first off, Gohan grew at a normal pace. And if anything, Gohan had more Saiyan DNA in him because of his tail and his ability to transform in the moon. Gohan was very Saiyan-like, and he didn't have this issue. Then you have future Trunks, who is Trunks biologically. They are the same person. And since they are biologically the same, they should grow at the same rate. And like I put in my video, I will post a picture of future Trunks on the screen right now. This is what he looked like at Trunks' age currently. by the Tournament of Power, this is how old Trunks is in the current timeline, not the future timeline. So Trunks should look like this, but he doesn't for some reason. That's one of the main criticisms there. So let's keep going. Oh, and a lot of people had issues with this timeline. I'll make a video telling you why DBS starts 4 years late. But yeah, DBS starts 4 years after the Majin Buu arc. The first episode takes place 6 months after the Majin Buu arc, or a few months after the Majin Buu arc, I'm sorry. But the actual episodes after that, episode 2 on, it seems like, have a time skip. Now, it's not explicitly stated, it's implied, especially by Beerus, who does give us a time for how long he was asleep and when he went to go to bed, basically. So let's keep going. As you can see, I replied to this one a lot as well. Puberty in Dragon Ball must be pretty slow. That's just funny. Bulma are now thick because grammar. Crap. Dragon Ball Wikia says she's 51. She looks insanely good for 51. It says Goten and Trunks should be 17 or 18 years old. Now, they shouldn't be 17 or 18. At this point, they should be 13 and 14, respectively. And Bulma, I believe, is 47. Yeah, and actually, he says this right here. Elijah says this right here. She's actually 47. 51 is her at the end of Z, which is after Super and after this movie. And 17, 18 is Goten and Trunks at the end of Z as well. But they're currently 13 and 14 each. 13 Goten, 14 Trunks. And Bulma is 47. A lot of people were saying Bulma's like 38, which is not true. Bulma just lied at her birthday party. I don't know why that's such a big deal. Women do that all the time in a comedic sense, not saying seriously. My grandmother jokingly always says every birthday, it's the whatever anniversary of her 41st birthday to try and keep herself young. And she's in her 80s now, so she's like, it's the 20th anniversary of my 40th birthday. It's funny. But yeah. So let's keep going. Goten and Trunks look younger than in Z. I saw this once or twice. It's really an art style thing. The outfits and the overall design for the Z era of Goten and Trunks when they were still like relevant fighters, well, those outfits actually make them look older. Even in Super, when they wear it just for that one arc, the Katsu no F arc, they look older in it. It's the outfit more so than anything. I think Goten's outfit and Trunks' outfit actually, in this movie specifically, make them look super young, because they're super, like, young boy outfits, like kid boy, like, not even kid, toddler outfits. They're very strange. Next is DBZ is different from the Battle of Gods Resurrection F movie. Oh, this is what I was just saying. I'm gonna have to make a video explaining this to you guys. I talked to many people about this already. I even debated some people about it on my Discord. Discord is in the link below. If you have any questions for me, you don't have to debate me necessarily. You can ask a question, I'll explain it to you. It's not really necessary that we debate everything, right? If you come in with a premise, though, if you say, you know, it didn't do this, and I prove that it did, that's a debate. But, you know, you don't have to. If you want to just ask a question, feel free. They don't age because Super is retarded, and some aspects of the writing. You could say that. I mean, it is a writing issue. It's also a design issue. It's an overall issue. It's a production issue. There's a reason, probably, that they don't want to age them, but I don't get it. Again, we're gonna have the Goten argument. I mean, the Goku argument. Yeah. Toei and Toriyama are garbage writers. Now, I don't agree with that. Toei has constantly shown themselves to be some of the best Dragon Ball writers out there. And if you look at their best writers writing Dragon Ball, they really do display that on full burst. The Future Trunks arc is generally considered good, if not great, by most people. And to be honest, it was written by Toei mostly. That was at the point where Toriyama's involvement was sort of minimal. Toriyama is very heavily involved in the Broly movie, but as far as we know, at the point of the Future Trunks arc, he was really just handing them basic notes. And basic notes are not much to run off of. Now, if you want to say Toriyama is a garbage writer, I don't think he was ever a good writer. I think he had editors that constantly pushed him in the direction of good writing, but he, as his own person, outside of comedy, was never, like, this brilliant, you know, overly inspiring writer. I think he had good moments, but was heavily persuaded by editors to have great ones, and even fantastic ones. But yeah, we could keep going from there. That turned into a big argument, obviously. That's a harsh statement. I just started watching the video, but why aren't Goten and Trunks in their early teens yet? Yeah, he gets it. Now, this is something, too, like, A lot of people were like, it's either headcanon that they should be older, or it's like, you know, why is it even bothering you? And I get this a lot too. Why are you criticizing the show? Like, can you... Oh, that was something. We'll get to there, but yeah. There's a lot of that, and that's a different argument, but you can criticize something, guys. Don't ever let anyone say you can't criticize something, because it's dumb. Yeah, it's so bad. What else do we have? Do I have it anywhere else? Anything else to talk about before we get into the main topic? Oh, there was this too. I probably cut the video right here because this was a long pause that I had, and that's boring. But this one right here, like this guy saying, nobody knows. Wait. OMG, nobody does not know. That's a double negative. That was literally hard to say. Anything. Oh, period. The period's not supposed to be there. Does not know anything. Why Goten and Trunks age? It's obviously because Saiyan race makes you don't age, and ready to fight. Vegeta explained. I said explain future Trunks and Gohan. Because puberty when he was a teen, Gohan was a teenager, plus teen Gohan had a movie before he grew, likely to do the same thing. Goten is 13, my guy. Now, LOL, Goten is 8 or 9, Trunks is 9 or 10. Gohan was taller at 11. Oh, but they are still doing the thing like Teen Gohan. Yeah, it doesn't, like, this argument... Oh god, I remember this one, because he didn't, like, know anything, actually, and he was saying I didn't know anything. Now, I'm not calling anybody out. These comments, right, are usually just me teaching people. It's usually what the comments are. They're not really ever debates. They're more so people say something, I give them the proof that's not true, and then they come back and are like, oh, okay, I get it now. But, yeah. We got some nice comments, of course, but I think right there is where we're going to end it. There were some other comments about the art that I was criticizing at the beginning, because, like, I'm not allowed to criticize art, I believe, was, like, the point. Like, oh, you're not allowed to criticize art if you're not an artist. First off, I draw, alright? Second off, I constantly criticize myself to improve myself. But beyond that, even if you're not an artist, even if you're not an animator, even if you're not, you know, a voice actor, even if you're not anything, you can criticize people who are those things. You can objectively know or have a subjective view on what is good and bad. Now, there are objective views in all forms of art, of course, and there are at a point where we reach subjectives, of course, as well. But there is room for objectivity in discussing art, posing, and dynamism. And that is something that is an overall issue with a lot of people. They don't understand, like, well, if you can't do it, then don't criticize. Well, yeah, you can criticize. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can be criticized for something, even if the other person can't do it as well. Even if they can't do it as well as you. Even if they say, yeah, I suck too. You suck also. That I can say that. And it's not invalid. That's a silly argument to have. But now to the main beef of the video. So, the money argument, the money point. You know, they're not doing it because of money, obviously. Carthu, are you dumb? Why would they age them up? Because money, Carthu, obviously. It's for monetary reasons. Obviously. Alright? Slapped. You know nothing. Debate me. Right? That's the kind of comments I got. And to be fair, there may be some monetary incentive to having young boys in your anime. Having children in a shonen anime, shonen literally meaning young man, young boy, it may have actual merit monetarily. But you know what also has merit? New forms, new body types, and overall new things. So you go from having Kid Trunks and Kid Goten in different outfits, and outfits that people seem to not like, and a Gotenks that doesn't exist, to having an older Gotenks, an older Trunks, an older Goten, a Gotenks that can change into two forms, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3, maybe you give him an extra form, Super Saiyan 2, show that he could just do it, And, you know, I've never had to use this form before, but I feel like Super Saiyan 3 is too much for you, you know, type thing. That'd be cool. And then guess what? You just have 5 new things that you can give. And you can even give them casual clothes and battle clothes. And guess what? Since they're teenagers, those clothes will probably be cool. People will probably like those clothes, which means you'll sell more t-shirts, you'll sell more action figures, you'll sell more everything. And that is the monetary benefit to aging them. It doesn't require anything more than that, because you get 5 new things, 4 or 5 new things to sell. 7, actually, if you count the double outfits, versus the idea of having crappy outfits and a non-existent Gotenks. It's that simple. Monetarily, it makes more sense for Toei, Shueisha, Toriyama, Bird Studio to have Goten and Trunks age. So having them not seems to be a deliberate choice for some reason. We don't know why, but there is a reason behind it. Anyway, guys, that is the short answer. If you skipped the comment response section, thank you very much for sticking around and just skipping that section to come to this point where the actual title content began. I noticed a lot of people were having issues with the fact that I was taking too long to get to the quote-unquote point of the title. To address that here too, since this is a response type video, real quick, I do the titles based on what I think is the most interesting content in the video, because you can't just list things off in a title. It gets too bloated and the overall idea and thoughts in the video get pushed away to the side. And I do understand the sentiment that sometimes it takes a while to get to the main point. Sometimes it's because I'm actually prefacing the main point, but sometimes I actually am talking about other concepts that I want to discuss about the topic. I was actually talking about those posters, those design sheets in that video with Goten and Trunks specifically, trying to lead my way up to talking about a bigger topic which came up. And that bigger topic was the one I chose for the title. Now this one I will choose the end topic for the title, and the comment response will be in the title as well, as you guys have probably already seen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave your opinions, counterpoints in the comments down below. Subscribe if you want more anime videos. Eventually, we'll get back to My Hero Academia, I promise. Hit that notification bell if you want to get notified anytime I do anything on this website. Check out the Patreon if you really want to support me. But for now, guys, video outro.